Hey guys, it's Claudine Andrews with eXp Realty here for Real Talk with industry experts. Scott Simpson and myself, we're going to talk about loan estimates, but some of you asked about something else,
Hmm.
more of the elephant in the room. I have buyers, they're pre approved.
Hmm.
How much should I know about them after they come to me and I find them a house? What do you feel,
Great.
Scott? As a real
Gr-
estate agent, I feel like I do communicate with my lenders, but how much should I know?
Absolutely. The good ones do. The good realtors, the good lenders, they talk amongst themselves about the buyers to best help them. The problem is there's too many people in the industry, out of town call center lenders, maybe realtors that aren't as seasoned as other ones, that they're only worried about their little part of the transaction, not knowing that we both need to be involved to make it as smooth as it can for the buyer. The biggest things I see ever, two things. One, what type of loan is the buyer actually approved for?
Hmm.
Okay. There's different loan types and different properties qualify for certain loan types. So you don't want being approved for one loan type and you as the realtor don't know that and you're writing an approval letter with a different loan type the property might not qualify for. The other one, biggest thing people are concerned about, obviously, when you're buying a house, what's my monthly payment? How much money do I need at closing? And it's a separate topic,
And
closing
closing
costs.
costs.
Exactly. You're down. The amount of money you need at closing is not just your 5% down or your 3% down or whatever you're doing. There are closing costs, and you have to pay insurance a year in advance. There's other items, and there's ways that can be minimized by including them in your contract, what are called seller concessions. But if I know that's needed for the loan, but I didn't tell you, or the buyer didn't relay to you what's going on, and there's a
Right.
breakdown in communication, it's a major problem because it's happened at times where all of a sudden myself and the buyer thought we had an agreement. There was no communication with the agent for whatever reason, and all of a sudden the contract's delivered. We needed closing seller concessions. We don't have them, and there's not enough money to close on the loan. We have to go back and redo it, and it just causes problems for the buyer. And
Yes.
at the end result, we want to make this as smooth as possible for our buyer, and that's why we all need to be on the same page.
Yes, I've had situations to where, my buyers tell me one thing and then I go to the lender, talk to the lender,
Hmm.
and they're like, no bueno, that's not going to
Yeah.
work. And it's pertinent to be open and
Yes.
honest with both your real estate agent as well as your mortgage broker
Yep.
to get the best deal and to make sure that when you're buying that home that that deal
Yeah.
seals.
Because at the end of the day, facts are what they are, dollars are what they are, and the buyer's alone is a certain thing, price of the house, seller concessions, all these things need to match up. And you can't get halfway through the transaction and say, oh, I forgot to tell you this. And it causes a problem with everything else. We've seen that happen too many times over the years.
As
So,
well as don't buy a car,
yeah,
don't put heavy
yeah,
items on your credit
right
card.
before closing, right?
Yeah, because guess what, folks? They still check that right before you
Absolutely,
close.
absolutely,
So you do any of that, you might not be getting that home, correct?
absolutely.
All right. Well, this is Claudine Andrews and Scott Simpson. Real talk with industry experts. We'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.